Prince William turned what could have been a stiff royal introduction into a moment the internet can't stop talking about. During Donald Trump's latest state visit to the UK, William looked the former president straight in the eye, gestured toward King Charles, and said with a grin, "This is my dad." Now, was that a playful icebreaker, or a subtle jab at the royal pomp and circumstance? Let's break down everything that went down inside Windsor Castle. It all started when Marine One, the presidential helicopter, touched down on the perfectly manicured lawns of Windsor. William and Kate Middleton, polished as ever, were the first to step forward and welcome Donald and Melania Trump. The couples exchanged greetings before strolling across the castle grounds. Cameras flashed, reporters scrambled, and then came the introduction, the one moment that would overshadow the entire day. With the eyes of the world on him, William chose humor over formality. "This is my dad," he quipped, as if he were introducing a friend at a college party rather than the King of England. Some called it cheeky, others labeled it shade, but one thing's certain, it broke the ice. But that was only the beginning. After the formal handshakes with King Charles and Queen Camilla, the Trumps joined the royal family in a horse-drawn carriage procession. The sight was pure pageantry, centuries-old traditions rolling down cobbled paths, blending old-world monarchy with modern-day politics. Yet beneath the pomp, whispers grew louder. Was William's comment a way of undercutting the stiff formality of the monarchy? Or was he signaling something deeper? Maybe even poking fun at his father's role as king? Once inside Windsor Castle, the royals and the Trumps sat down for lunch. And here's where things get even more mysterious. People magazine reported that William and Kate later had a private meeting with the Trumps. Palace insiders described the discussion as warm and friendly, but refused to share details. That silence, of course, only fueled speculation online. Were they discussing global politics? A future U.S.U.K. partnership? Or, as fans on social media half-joked, maybe even Prince Harry and Meghan Markle? No one knows for sure, but the secrecy adds to the intrigue. In the afternoon, the Trumps made a solemn visit to St. George's Chapel. There, they quietly laid a wreath at the tomb of Queen Elizabeth II. According to reporters, the couple spent 10 minutes in reflection. Trump later called it a great honor, and for a moment, politics gave way to something bigger, respect for the late Queen. It was a rare, emotional pause in a day otherwise dominated by spectacle and strategy. Then came the state banquet, and with it, some unexpected drama. The guest list was packed with over 160 high-profile names. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Tiffany Trump, and her husband Michael Boulos. But here's the twist. During the official procession into the banquet hall, Princess Kate was escorted not by her husband, not by a royal, but by Michael Boulos, Tiffany Trump's husband. Meanwhile, Tiffany herself walked separately, 5 spots behind, paired with none other than Tim Cook. The seating and procession order immediately sparked chatter. Was it a diplomatic quirk, or a quiet power play in the middle of one of the most formal dinners on Earth? Fans online were quick to ask why Kate was paired with Tiffany's husband, calling it the strangest royal shuffle yet. When the banquet finally began, the spotlight shifted to the speeches. King Charles leaned into history, reminding everyone of the not-so-friendly past between Britain and America. With a wry smile, he joked about his ancestor King George III and George Washington, 2 men who famously didn't see eye to eye. But, Charles added, today we celebrate a friendship neither could have imagined. It was classic Charles, diplomatic, witty, and laced with historical perspective. Trump's speech, on the other hand, was surprisingly warm. He called this state visit, his second, an unprecedented honor, one of the highest honors of my life. He went on to praise Charles for his decades of charitable work and even joked about the king's ability to remember everyone he greeted that night. He shook about 150 hands, Trump said, and knew every single person, or at least pretended to, because nobody was complaining. It was one of the rare moments where both men seemed genuinely impressed by each other. But what does it all mean? Was William's "this is my dad" line just a harmless joke, a son making light of a very formal introduction? Or was it a subtle signal, reminding the world that behind the crown, Charles is still just a father? Some even wonder if it was a quiet power move, the next king gently poking fun at the current one, in front of a man as polarizing as Donald Trump. In the end, maybe the words matter less than the reaction. A single offhand comment overshadowed royal processions, private meetings, and even the glittering banquet itself. It reminded the world that sometimes, in the most serious of settings, humor is the sharpest tool of all. So here's the question for you. Do you think William's joke was just light-hearted banter, or was it subtle shade at both Trump and Charles? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more royal drama and celebrity twists you won't hear anywhere else.